Welcome back, Carnage Cravers. I am Ken Carnage. This is Carnage Corner, and we're going to do a little bit of Carnage booking. Last couple times that I had you guys here, we talked about Fastlane, talked a little bit about what they have planned for Wrestlemania, but they've only announced 3 matches for WrestleMania 32, and we all know there's going to be a few more of them than that. So I'm a rather opinionated person, and most would say my opinion doesn't amount to a hill of beans, but hey, you are watching the video, so you must want to hear what I think. So, therefore, just a couple of things to preface this before you start blasting me about my opinions on the wrestling business. I'm a lifelong wrestling fan. I have watched it morph and change over the years. I may not always be right, but I always have a reason for what I think. So, that being said, the first thing I want to talk about is what they should be doing with the Divas title in the Divas title match. First off, I hate the Divas title. I would like to have the Women's Championship back because just if you look up the term diva in the good old-fashioned Webster's Dictionary, there's not a positive thing there. And I just think it's really disrespectful for these women to be referred to as divas. Neither here nor there. The women's title should be, in my opinion, it should be defended by Charlotte in a triple threat match against Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. I think that would make for an awesome match. It kind of looks like they could be going that way, but you never quite know with them. I will say this much. I think that would be an awesome match. And quite frankly, I don't think Charlotte keeps the Divas Championship after WrestleMania. I don't think she needs it anymore. I think that Charlotte is so very talented and can be used in much in the same way her father was, to make people, and when, to the point where when people wrestled Ric Flair, even when they lost, Rick made them look so damn good that, all the local people would be like, oh, he's going to get him next time. And that was the appeal. And, and then when somebody would beat Rick, it was, a huge deal. That being said, I actually think that, I think it'd be a good idea for Becky to win the championship. Let Becky win the title. Okay. Let her hold on to it for, a month, maybe 2. Doesn't have to be a long title reign, but let her hold on to it, okay? And then she can drop it to Sasha, and let it be, and somewhere between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, have Becky drop the title to Sasha, and then for SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, have it be the match everybody's been waiting to see. Have it be Sasha versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship. And there's your big marquee as far as the women go for SummerSlam. So that's my humble opinion what should be going on there. The tag titles. There is no division in the WWE in need of more help than that tag division. And it's horrible because, for a while there, all we really had was the New Day, the Usos. They have the Ascension that they're not even using, and I don't know why. The Ascension dominated NXT. They were huge, and now you've got them up on the main roster and you're not using them. I don't get it. That being said, if I had the pencil, as they say, I would be having New Day defend in a triple threat tag team match. And before you ask, no, not every match I'm thinking of is a triple threat. It just happens that these two were. New Day triple threat tag match versus the Usos and the Dudleys. And the way I book this match is go through the whole match, have the heat on the Usos, have the Usos come back, build it, convince everybody in the audience that it's the Usos' time, they're gonna win those titles, and then the last possible second, the Dudleys come in, scoop up that win, and walk out with the gold. 2 reasons I think this would be good to do. First off, make that 3. First off, you gotta get those titles off to New Day, for one thing. they don't need the titles, A. And B, the New Day has built themselves to the point where, like, they can't figure out whether they're heels or faces, because they act like heels, but the crowd's behind them like faces. You know, so, like, you can use, they're tweeners. You can use them however you want. And so getting the title, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have the titles on them. Get the titles off them. Toss them on the heel Dudleys. Because, good God Almighty, is there anything better than heel Dudleys? You know, it's be the 10th run with the tag titles for the Dudleys here in the WWE, which is a huge deal. They deserve that, A. And B, you always want to have that chasing babyface, right? Let the Usos chase. Let the Usos work this program with the Dudleys. And let it build and build and build. Let the Dudleys get more and more despicable as time goes on. If there's one man in the world of professional wrestling that can make you hate him, if he wants to, it is Bubba Ray Dudley. That man is a born heel. So why the hell don't you use him? I mean, it only makes sense. All right, going into the U.S. title. Okay, I think that I said last time that I thought Kalisto should have a nice long underdog run, and I absolutely mean that. I believe at WrestleMania, Kalisto should defend his U.S. title against a mountainous force, against Bray Wyatt, with the Wyatt family in his corner. Kalisto is not a large man. Now, that does not by any stretch diminish his ability, but it's hard enough to fight somebody who's bigger than you, okay, and stronger than you and whatnot. But when you have to fight somebody and his 3 friends, who all of which make you look like you are a child, like, seriously, they all make Kalisto look like he's a child. Way to stack that deck against your babyface and make that crowd invest in him and want him to win and feel for him. You know, when the babyface is getting beat down, it's supposed to, like, you know, like, the idea is that you suck in the crowd and you make them, you know, worry and care, and it's a lost art, but I believe in this situation it could be done. And I think that Kalisto could run a program with the Wyatt family for quite a long time, because there's so many members that he could do defenses against if they do it right. So I like the idea of Kalisto winning by disqualification. I can hear you guys, win by disqualification at WrestleMania. What's wrong with you? Listen, maybe Bray Wyatt gets so frustrated because he can't pin or submit Kalisto. He's tried everything. This kid's a mess. He's been beaten and battered, and he just looks like he's about to die. Okay? And Bray Wyatt still can't put him away. Let Wyatt be a heel. Let him get frustrated. Let all 4 of them beat the crap out of Kalisto. Leave him in the middle of the ring, absolutely destroyed. And, I mean, but he's still got the title. Technically, he won the match, but he got blasted. And then you set yourself up for Kalisto wanting to get payback. It's an awesome setup. Like, these are tales as old as time, you know? So, and then going into one that I really want to see. If this match is not on the card at WrestleMania, I have to say I'll be just a little disappointed. Intercontinental title match, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. They may not do it because they may not want to overshoot. They may not want to have the best card on the match be for the Intercontinental title, because I think that is a match that would absolutely steal the show at WrestleMania. So, yeah, honestly, myself booking, I'd have AJ win. I would have, because Kevin Owens is established. Kevin Owens does not need the Intercontinental Championship by any stretch of the imagination. Although I will say he's a good Intercontinental Champion. But if they wanted to put the title on AJ for it to be AJ's first singles run in the WWE, I think that's an awesome start. And then segue Owens into working with somebody for the WWE Championship, possibly a Dean Ambrose or a Roman Reigns. So I mean, those are ideas that I have. That's what I would do. Obviously, I'm not a millionaire, and I'm not the one booking at WWE. Because if I was, I wouldn't be hosting a YouTube show now, would I? So that being said, I am Ken Carnage. This is
Return to train you have? Yes. Good. The way of the lightsaber. I will teach you.
I did not come to train. I came to talk about WrestleMania. And how the hell did you just turn on? The fuck? Yoda. Okay. My props have taken on a life of their own apparently. Okay. Well, I think I'm about to get murdered by a mechanical tiny little Jedi. So I'm Ken Carnage. This is Carnage Corner. And until next time.
The dark side, yes. Yes. Strong in the dark side is our foe.
Okay, until next time, guys, I'm Ken Carnage. This is Carnage Corner, and Carnage is right around the corner.